Money Matters and Matters of Money by Archangel Michael, as channeled by Simon C. Godwin. Copyright Simon C. Godwin and MasterHilarion.com. In all things consider that which is in harmony, for spiritual matters concern themselves with all manner and matters of human consciousness, which includes appreciation and gratification for contribution offered, accepted, and received. What you see as manifest in physical form through currency, we see in a larger frame of reference as energy in motion. Universal flow exists in all forms of equilibrium as too in disharmony, but it best performs its duties to external consciousness when it is balanced. Energies are what you would call the lifeblood of such state, and insomuch as they demand attraction and repellent reactions in their flowing, their purpose is best served and serviced when flowing unhindered by the coils and non-conductive processes of blocking, obstruction, and opposing forces. Nothing cannot be given without effect, and it is in spiritual matters that you misunderstand most heartily the process of exchange. For nothing given is nothing received, and nothing received without giving can be of value, nor will be fully manifest with true appreciation and understanding. By giving of yourself freely, you diminish your value in the eyes of those who take willingly, and it is the demand of karma that truth and understanding come only through the appreciation of their value. In all matters of material exchange, or what you call currency, be cautious of failing to value yourself, your time, and your efforts, for in doing so others will value less, and all will be the loser of that from which great gains could have been achieved. Beware too of the prophet who gives freely of his advice, for such advice cannot come from his knowing its true value. Beware the disciple who wants your knowledge for no exchange, for he is the tree that grows not in the winds of universal understanding. In all things consider balance, for it is he who seeks that which is fair who truly sees the picture in all of its glory and sensory richness in your physical plane. Finally, beware of those who overestimate value and desire greater than their worth. No man should pay more than his own hourly worth in relationship to that which he needs, and no man should require that of him. When one man wants another's toil for a week in exchange for 1 hour of his time, his fruits be laid out for all to see him as unjust, uncaring, and unworthy. When another asks for less than 1 hour of your worth for a week of his own, he too values not himself nor his toil. Mankind has become a slave to the demands of the rich for more, whilst denying the poor just a little. Pass not the beggar in the street without the giving of that which you will not miss, and judge him not, for it is your place to be loving of heart, not judgmental of mind, for in all things outside your own life, truth is never whole. To have more than the next man is not wrong, but to value him less, and to charge him more than he can reasonably afford to remain valued as an equal is. Your civilization has moved away from the individuality of worth in which each man has according to his efforts. In the greed of one to rule the many, man now adds profit onto that which has no value nor produces it. There is no production in interest and dividend, save only for those who receive them. Did not God give all of the resources freely to you, so that you may grow and thrive? The only true cost of all things lies in the toil of man, who turns that which has been given unto him freely by God into something else. Man now lives in a reality in which he can take his true value as a wage, and yet want more, and call it profit, where the ruling classes can charge the price on a whim and add to the cost for nothing more than greed, and where those who have little pay more than those who have everything. In man's thirst for more and his fear of losing what he has, he is blinded to the price others must pay. He throws his money away on things that cost more than they need to, and begrudges the poor a penny. He has forgotten his value in the blindness of wanting more than he needs. We say to you now, fear not your value, rather fear the worthlessness to you of those whose moral compass spirals endlessly in uncertainty, or points to where they see an illusion of north that fits their desire. Above all, know this: Value is what value does for the benefit of all, but only those who are ready will recognize that in spiritual matters. Indeed, it is only through the perspective of truth that discernment grows, but without the desire to see truth, false prophets abound. How can man know spirituality through the fog of fear, greed, and desire that surrounds his waking thoughts? He cannot, for even his spirituality will be degraded by his inability to see, to know, and to live truth. Truth is man's greatest protector and his most trusted guide, for only in truth can the path become cleared of all deceit, illusion, and needy desire, clearing the way for the safest and most direct of all routes. No man can have value to all men, though many try. For many seek not truth, but their great need for the emotional compensation of their mind's most dominant reality. Your world is in the throes of a great illusion for wealth that is all-consuming. It survives only because those who have wealth are addicted to it, want more and become greedy. Those who have none become more fearful, and in their petrified state of anxiety accept subservience over self-governance, mediocrity over magnificence, and exception over rejection of their emotional slavery. Man sees not the illusions that bind him to currency, for even as he places his faith in investing in markets, he fails to see that his demand for profit has always been unsustainable. In his blindness he demands more, not thinking that to have more of what cannot be made means giving less for the same price, or charging more for the same quantity. In this process of deception lies the folly of its aim, for the highest price that he pays for everything means that he has bought his own dividends many times over. When he smiles at the money his shares return, he fails to see the magician's misdirection, and the higher price that he has paid than that which he holds in his hand. For each share he holds there are 10,000 sellers charging him more to pay each of their investors, who hold one of their shares in their hands with a smile. The slave of money has become the master of deceit, and the man the puppet to its call for more. The hypnotist and the magician are only in control for as long as the audience sleeps and fails to see the misdirection. Power and wealth exist only where small numbers of men are more awake than the whole of mankind. Fear not the opening of your eyes, for true vision disperses darkness and shows fear as mere shadows that mask the light until it moves. The complete channelings of Simon C. Godwin are available in his book, Spiritual Teachings from the Ascended Masters, published by Dodo Publishing and available through masterhilarion.com, amazon.co.uk, dodopublishing.com and Lulu Press. Copyright Simon C. Godwin and masterhilarion.com. All rights reserved.